Across the globe, promises of amazing views from the summit and spectacular trails attract hundreds of thousands of tourists. These range from numerous mountain ranges to climb and hike to their heart's content. People of every age and experience take to the trails, no matter their experience, though some never seem to return. It's amazing that on popular paths packed with hikers, people still seem to vanish into thin air. Even after search parties and helicopters are called in, not a single shred of evidence is ever found. Where do these people go? Are they choosing not to be found? Or are they simply casualties of the sometimes unforgiving wilds of nature? So today, here at Unexplained Mysteries, we'll be taking a look at these 3 mountain mysteries. Trenny Lynn Gibson. The Great Smoky Mountain National Park is America's most visited national park. It's located along the border of Tennessee and North Carolina. It's known for its wildlife diversity and, of course, stunning mountain views. One of the best views in this park is located at Clingman's Dome. Clingman's Dome is just a short hike from a large parking lot, but hikers are rewarded with stunning, spiraling towers that give a 360-degree panorama of the mountain range. It's at this heavily visited location that our first mysterious disappearance takes place. On October 8, 1976, 16-year-old Trenny Gibson, along with 40 classmates, took a short bus ride from Knoxville, Tennessee into the mountains. The students were on a 1.8-mile hike from Clingman's Dome to Andrews Bald when Trenny was last seen. The group had split up into smaller groups along the Forney Ridge Trail. Several students recall seeing her at around 3 p.m. and then never again. Forney Ridge Trail is a heavily walked trail, especially this day with the addition of the students. One student remembers Trenny stopping to look at something before stepping off to the right side of the trail. Another said they saw her 1 minute, and the next she was gone. One student recalls checking the last place Trenny was seen along the trail, noting the sides were moderately deep. Trenny was reported missing to the park rangers at around 6 p.m. A search was orchestrated immediately, but was put on hold until the next afternoon due to a quickly descending rain and fog. Once reinstated, the search included 3 bloodhounds who traced her scent on the nearby trails. The scent led the dogs past Clingman's Dome before it was lost. The scent was then picked up again in Newfound Gap, which is quite a hike from the dome. Since Newfound Gap is along a well-travelled road, this led the investigators to lean towards an abduction. Stories even tell of discarded beer cans and cigarettes where Trenny's scent went cold. But how does one abduct a 16-year-old girl in broad daylight in one of the most popular hiking attractions in the park? Others believe that Trenny may have orchestrated the disappearance herself, running off with someone willingly. A classmate, Kim Pouncey, said in an interview in 2017 that she strongly believed someone was waiting for Trenny in the park that day. There's a large parking area near the trails, and it would have been easy for someone to be parked there for her unsuspectingly. Although some argue against this theory, it would be hard to run off with all the activity on the trails that day. The only lead that they found was Trenny's comb. It was found in fellow student Robert Simpson's car, but he wasn't pursued as a suspect for some reason or another. Searches for Trenny continued through October, but no sign of her was ever found. The chief ranger at the time said he was almost certain that she wasn't anywhere in the park. The park searched for her again in 1981 to no avail. Trenny has never turned up, dead or alive. Srinivas Sri Mukapati. Mount San Antonio, better known as Mount Baldy, is a treeless summit located in the mountains near Los Angeles, California. Its peak is over 10,000 feet high. From the top, on a clear day, you can see the way from the Pacific Ocean to the deserts. With views like this, it's obvious why it's such a popular yet challenging hiking spot. It's highly recommended that this hike is only made in warmer months, as in winter the mountains are snow-covered and highly dangerous. This is a warning our next missing person didn't heed. On December 8, 2019, 52-year-old Srinivas, along with 3 friends, set out on a hike from the village at Bear Flats to the Mount Baldy summit. When conditions proved treacherous, Sri's friend decided to turn back. He, however, wanted to press forward. His friend Justin Williams snapped the last photo of him as he ascended the trail. Justin noted that Sri seemed to disappear into the distance after he snapped the picture. Although he was said to be an experienced hiker, having travelled this particular area previously, he didn't return to his car that evening. His friends immediately called for help. The search party included teams from San Bernardino, Los Angeles, Orange, Kern, and San Diego counties. It also had the assistance of 2 sheriff's helicopters. The team searched the mountain up to 7,000 feet, sometimes with snow up to their waist. Though the search turned up 4 other stranded hikers, there was no sign of Sri. Officials closed down access to part of the mountain during the search, in effect until December 25th. A week later, the search turned deadly. 32-year-old volunteer search member Tim Staples was separated from his search partner. Tim was one of the 126 members of the search party, having served as the Sheriff Department's West Valley Search and Rescue Team. Tim's body was found shortly after he went missing in an ice chute. On December 14th, due to Tim's death, the search for Sri was called off. Though his body was never recovered, it's widely believed he took a fall off of a cliff or succumbed to the weather. His choice to make this dangerous hike during the winter months proved deadly, not just for him, but also for Tim Staples. Thelma Pauline Melton. This next disappearance takes us back to the Smoky Mountains, only this time we're on a trail known for its ease and accessibility. On September 25, 1981, 58-year-old Thelma Pauline Melton, known as Polly, was hiking along Deep Creek Trail with 2 of her friends. Deep Creek Trail was known to be an easy hike, and Polly had been hiking it for over 20 years. It was one of her favourite areas, and she visited it often. They set off at around 4 p.m. that afternoon. After a slight teasing for her slow pace by her friends, Polly increased her speed and walked ahead of them. And then, not unlike other disappearances, she turned a corner and was gone. Polly suffered from high blood pressure and nausea, both of which she was medicated for. Her friend said it was unlikely she moved quickly enough for her to outrun them. Polly's friends returned to the campground at 4:30 p.m, where Polly's husband stated he hadn't seen her since they left for her hike. Polly didn't drive due to her medical conditions, so it's unlikely that she took a car and left. Polly was reported missing at 6 p.m. Her footprints were distinct due to a cracked sole in one of her shoes. Despite this, the search party failed even to find a clear path to follow. The day before Polly disappeared, her actions were said to be strange. Some people used her behaviour to formulate a theory that Polly may have run off with a different lover. Polly's husband was 20 years her senior and in extremely poor health. It's thought that she desired someone who could enjoy her love of the mountains and trails. Her actions in the days following are thought to point in that direction. Polly volunteered to serve meals to the elderly, but she didn't sign up for any work the day before they left. She also made several phone calls from the work phone on the last day she worked, something she had not done in the last 4 years that she had volunteered. Authorities couldn't trace these phone calls, so it's not certain that these were related to her disappearance. Some theorize she was somehow setting up a rendezvous in the campground on her trip. Polly's pastor revealed that she had been suffering from depression following the death of her mother. Despite this, he didn't believe that Polly had been suicidal. She had previously been prescribed Valium, but at the time of her disappearance, she wasn't taking it. However, her husband's prescription was missing along with Polly, although it's unclear if she had taken them. Her pastor also confided that he believed the affair theory. For a week, over 150 people searched the area for Polly. The only hit they received was a dog that paused at a fallen tree, perhaps indicating that Polly had rested there. Polly's body was never recovered. However, in the strangest turn of events, in April 1982, a check was made out to Polly Melton and was cashed in Birmingham, Alabama. Could this have been the missing Polly? We might never know. No sign of her ongoing existence other than this has ever resurfaced. So what do you make of these mountain mysteries? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comment section below and help us by growing this community, whilst working to solve these unexplained mysteries. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos.